Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I want to talk about 5 reasons that Black people should be going to therapy, 5 reasons that we need therapy. Because there are so many things that are going on, so many issues that we are faced with daily that we are not addressing, that are just adding to the stress, to the pain, to the hurt that we carry with us every day. So today I want to talk about why we should go to therapy. But before I get into that, I want to take a quick moment and say, if you are subscribed, thank you so much for being a part of this amazing world of ours. And if you're not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button below so that you can become a part of this world of awesomeness that we have. And remember to tick the bell so that you are notified when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. And of course, if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, there's also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you all your different options of places where you could get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay, let me get back to it. First, frequent exposure to triggers. It's almost like just going on about our regular everyday business. We're exposed to triggers. We're exposed to things that can get into or interfere with our joy. I'll take myself, for example. The other day I was coming from a friend's house. She was doing my nice twist. I went, got my hair done. We were hanging out. We were laughing. I was in a good mood, and I'm driving back from her house. And within 2 exits, I see this man, a Black man, pulled over, and he was standing feet apart, and he had his arms out in a way it was uncomfortable. And I know it hurt because showing someone how the person was standing. I know it hurt, but when I saw that, it triggered me. I was angry. I went from super excited, was having a great day. I was very pleased with my hair. I was very pleased with spending time with a friend, and I had a good day prior to that. So I was in a good place, but just at that moment, it just triggered me. And it put a break on my joy. So there are a lot of these little things that we encounter every day that are adding to the stress that we face every day. So therapy is a great opportunity. It's a great place for us to have that space to address those things. Because yes, I was able to call a friend and say, hey, this is what's going on with me. I'm angry and this and the other, and vent it out and kind of, work my way through it. But many of us don't have that. So it's important that we have a place to let that out. 2, many of us carry generational trauma with us. I've spoken about generational trauma before. It's the pains and the hurts that our parents got from their parents, who got that from their parents, and they keep passing it on to us. And we keep inheriting this hurt that have been passed down into in our families for however long, for so long that we don't even realize how that it's there, to the point where many of us accept and see those things as, hey, it's part of life. It's the pain of life. It's what we do. It's how it is. No, there are a lot of hurts, a lot of pains that we inherited, that we picked up along the way from family, from our history, that we need to take the time to address, because if we don't start addressing those, we are going to keep passing them down, because hurt people hurt people. If we don't take the time to deal with those pains, if we don't take the time to address those hurts, we are just going to continue passing it down to the next generation and the next generation. And when does the pain end? At some point, someone has to make the decision to, hey, let me heal, let me fix myself, let me fix this, so that I don't give it to my children, so that my children don't end up having to give it to their children. So we have a lot of things from our past, from our childhood, from our parenting, from our community, a lot of hurts that we carry with us. And therapy is a great place to start unpacking and addressing that, so that we can start living fully away from that. 3, many of our circles do not provide a safe space. I mentioned how often we are triggered just from getting up and stepping outside sometimes we don't even have to step outside of our house to be triggered. And we have the generational trauma. We have so many different sources of things that are coming at us. But many times our circles are not supportive. our circles don't create that safe space for you to say, hey, I'm hurting. Hey, I'm experiencing this, because they tell you, hey, chin up, buck up. What is it? Or give it to Jesus, pray on it. Why are you not? So our circles don't always make it safe for us to experience, for us to share the things that we're experiencing. So therapy is a good place for you to be able to unpack that, where you are able to be and feel what you feel without the judgment, and get the resources and get the tools to help you manage and help you deal with everything that is going on, so that you can come out on the other side. Because yes, there are pains. Yes, there are situations, issues that we face, but there's also help. There's also opportunities to move past these situations, move past these things. So therapy is a place to do it when your inner circles are not providing that space for you. 4, help identifying areas where we need help or where we need to make adjustments. A lot of times as we grow up with certain situations, as we develop certain behaviors and certain just certain coping mechanisms, certain things in our lives that may not be the most productive, we don't always notice them. We don't always see them. And sometimes other people may see them and they may not even feel comfortable sharing with us. Hey, I noticed this. I noticed that. Some of us don't have the friends that will say, hey, I'm noticing that this is happening with you. Therapy is a good place to be able to identify those things, those areas where we know we need to make a few adjustments. And it also helps us figure out, okay, how do we adjust? How do we make those behavioral changes? How do we talk? How do we start moving past these poor coping skills that we've had? How do we start unpacking these pains that we've been carrying for all those generations and all those years? So it's a great place to just get that space, get that help, make those moves. And finally, it's a great place to learn skills and heal. There are a lot of things going on with us. There are a lot of things that we did not learn, coping skills, communication skills, different things that we need that help us be and grow and engage fully in our lives, different tools that we need that we may not have learned. So therapy is a great place to go and be able to get a little help addressing and accessing some of those things, so that to help us move forward. So it's a great opportunity and something why we should do it. Let's do a quick recap. 1, the frequent exposure to triggers. A lot of times, even when we are doing our best to stay positive and engage positively, things happen that will trigger us, that will bring up certain emotions. And it's a great place therapy is a great place to address those things. 2, many of us carry that generational trauma, things that have been passed down from our parents, that our parents got from their parents, and so on. And in order for us to avoid passing them down to our own children, it's important that at some point somebody takes the first step of healing from the trauma, so that we stop passing it to the next generation. 3, many of our circles do not provide a safe space to be and feel and explore the things that we experience. So therapy is a good place to go and be able to unpack all those experiences. 4, it helps us identify and address areas where we may need assistance, because we all have certain things that we could probably do better or that we could improve on. And that's a great place to learn different ways of doing things and making behavioral changes that we desire. And finally, it's a great place to learn new skills and heal, because there are things that we did not learn as children. There are things that we did not learn in our communities, that we didn't learn growing up, that we would like to do better. And therapy is a good place to start learning some of those things and start healing from some of these scars that we've carried with us all those years. That's about it. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please figure out who those people are in your community, so that if you need them, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.